EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And a play fake, and now Heineke. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Heineke's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Heineke now from the 50. Dancing to his left. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Heineke on first down. Incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Heineke. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. To throw is Heineke. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. From the gun, Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Heineke. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And the slot man goes in motion left. After the sack on first down, Heineke. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Heineke with a 3rd and goal. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. Now Heineke. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Two seconds to go, first quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Still on his feet. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards. Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdown.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Rodgers now on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Heineke to throw it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Completes it to Samuel. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on fourth.
And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Heineke.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Heineke to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Tampa.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On play action, now Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, the first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Now it's Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Fournette running right. And And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Jones. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. The 40. Past the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense.
Experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 27, Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers escaping the pressure. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to move back in front.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. But how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Brady going to go on 4th down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And they'll send the tight end in motion here to try again after the sack. Rodgers being chased out left, and he's going to go down again.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Crosby is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. In motion, the tight end. Rodgers now on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. In motion comes the tight end left. To throw again on second down. Rodgers eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
In motion goes the tight end. Rodgers again now.
And complete once again to Watson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. An inside give to Jones. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Second down at 4.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones.
Down inside the 10.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
27 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Running right, Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive the coach crazy.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
26.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st down, Rodgers. Right side to Watson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On second down, it's Jones. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Brady. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Brady got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So a win here for the Packers. And we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game.
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to have really good starting field position. That's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Murray now to throw.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 42 yards.
And the Cardinals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. J.J. Watt, tough to stop. He gets upfield and makes a play behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon,
43 yards.
And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
From the 39, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing now is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. His throw incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield, they tried it, didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. On play action, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with a give to counter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Locates Ertz going across the middle. On the move past the 40. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now a handoff, running left is Jones. And some space here. Touchdown, Packers. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, we looked at each other right.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. force some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not got another turnover on his ledger.
They're going for it. It's Murray.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. Flushed it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They find some open field here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll roll him out right. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Rodgers.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Chargers now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep toward...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. He's got the first down and more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Murray to air it out again. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard. The 6 this time. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz from 6 yards away. And the Cards get a bit closer.
So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. The defenders certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From his own end zone now, it's Murray.
He'll get this to Connor underneath.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down right near
the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Green. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Shotgun now from Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A Cardinal 1st down, Murray to Hopkins.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they built that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Murray again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Murray. The 20. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's got Anderson right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. My 242 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Rodgers looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson. 38 yards. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Crosby with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. First down, Murray. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, They want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers rolling to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown!
Aaron Jones
From 17 yards out.
And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And some room to run now.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go again to Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This is Dillon on the counter. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, 27 yards. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stall down here and then another score on the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Dillon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The give to Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Rodgers. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They'll run it with Jones. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. The 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only do they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Rodgers now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. A final shot before half for Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 39, Hurts eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 149 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
19 right. Buffalo 18. Deputy Ranger, Deputy Ranger. We need to work, we need to work.
Hurt sets up to throw it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
picked off by Quay Walker.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard
line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hurts.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up a throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Once again with Sanders.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field.
They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down, another shot for Jones. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw, Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Now Crosby for the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard
Ready,
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's got room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big run there, 29 yards in the first. Throwing is Hurts. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime of the opening drive. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
19 yards. That's good for a Green Bay Packers.
Up the middle, Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. They go back to the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Rodgers now to throw.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to.
Oh, he nearly took it the distance. Not quite, though. What a great return as they finally corral him inside the 5 at the 3.
And quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
So he's able to take it in from 3 yards out.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's able to put it through.
That ties the game at 42-all. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. One, but incomplete. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they've put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
Pass complete, Tunyon.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And now the timeout comes in with just 1 second left in overtime. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
With the score still tied.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a... The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action. Now Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 66 yards. And the 49ers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing is Rodgers. Rolling to his right.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call it a gain at 19, and it moves the chains. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. This is Lazard with a catch out left.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Jones has it.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
10 more yards. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On the counter, here's Jones. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Niners 7, Packers 7.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Just keeping the play alive. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs from 3 yards out. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. But coming through that time and stopping him for a loss was Drake Jackson. Nice play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, it's Jones. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Jones. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Garoppolo again. Got a man. That's Ayuk. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
21.
Now Garoppolo. Samuel bringing in the slant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Here we go.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is taken in at the 5.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
13.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Rodgers now on first down.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On play action, now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Under a minute to go in his third quarter as they come up first and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action.
Touchdown! Robert Tonyan from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Up past the 30, second down coming up. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
8 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Here we go. 21.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
21. There we go.
From the 24, Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And into the end zone. 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Watson making the catch.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
Ooh, the juke. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So the yellow flag came out, and that